Yeah, good evening, everybody. A very good evening to
Good
all
evening,
of
sir.
you. Yeah, there are 17 people already in the room. And at the outset, let me thank you all for being there on time at 8 o'clock on a Friday evening. And yeah, being here and believing in me. And I'll try to keep up your hopes and try to do some value addition to you people. And in the next 1 hour or so, the whole webinar is about uh, how we can live a life which is very happy, which is very healthy, even at the age of 60 or 70. And that's the reason why I have given this particular topic is age is just a number. We can always reverse it. So let me just share my screen first. See my screen?
Yeah.
Great. So there is a small challenge with me now because I think there are people who have joined across the globe. So speaking in Hindi will be comfortable to few people, and again speaking in English will be comfortable to few people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go slow. Okay, I'm going to go slow, and in between I will switch over from English to Hindi so that everybody able to understand the whole idea. Okay. So, old age is a boon or a bane. It's up to you as to what you think about it. If you think that it is a boon, it is a boon. If you think it is a bane, it is a bane. So, like I told you, age is just a number. Let's reverse it. We can actually reverse it. Like if you can say that 61 is equal to 16, you can make 61 is equal to 16. And that would be so nice, right? If you go back to 16 to your teens and start enjoying that life. So my flow will be something like this. First, I would like to make the statement, which is I have made that yes, is the statement correct? If it is correct, then I will try to Can you hear me, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So there are few facts of life which we all know it, but then somehow we ignore them. Let's see what are those facts of life. And then I'll also make you understand the power of our mind. What is the power you have in your mind, what you can achieve. And then we will do some exercises. These are basically mental exercises because our body and our mind are connected. Both of them are connected. If you do a physical exercise and if you say that I'm physically fit, but if you ignore our mental part of it, then it becomes very difficult to have a happy and a healthy life. So doing the physical exercise, mental exercise is also very important. So may I request all of you to join
तू
this?
ड्राइंग रूम क्यों नहीं बैठी ये ब्राइटर है
Everybody
डोंट
actually
डिस्टर्ब अ पर्सन हु इज स्टडीिंग अजय तेरा तो ब्राइट रहेगा हाँ
just a minute.
क्या है पापा ने
Mute all, please.
Kindly all of you mute.
Yeah, mute.
Thank you very much because it's disturbing others also. Okay. So, and then I'm going to give an introduction to a powerful tool called the NLP, that is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So this will be the flow. And although the core of my whole talk will be the exercises, what I'm going to do, but then it's very important to understand when we do a particular exercise at what is the effect of this exercise on our mind, how it is going to work. To understand that, we have to understand how our brain works. So that is the reason why I'm giving a prelude, and I will try to cover the initial part of it, and then we will go on for the exercises, and I am going to do some 6 to 7 exercises altogether, and then you can feel a change when you do these exercises. Okay, a brief about me for those people who don't know me or hearing me for the first time. I am Y. Srinivas. And I am here because I am on a mission to transform lives of people, especially those people who are above 40, and help them lead a happy, healthy, and a beautiful life using very, very simple techniques of which are very, very effective, which are called NLP and Huna techniques. And when I'm telling that these are very simple techniques and they are very effective, I have used these techniques on myself and I have got the results. And I also have transformed many people. So I'm telling it with authentication. Yes, these techniques work, right? And about briefly about me, my past. Yeah, I am from a small place called Bilaspur in Chhattisgarh, and I'm born and brought up here. I did my engineering in 1988, and I joined the Indian Air Force as a commissioned officer in the technical branch in year 1989. And I served the country for 23 years and then took a voluntary retirement in 2012. And since then, I have been working in the corporate sector. I did a startup, and yeah, I have actually broken lot many myths. The first myth that after 40 you don't get a job. So this is my fifth job which I am doing, and I quit at the age of 48. Means after 48, this is my fifth job what I'm doing. And there is another myth saying that you cannot start a business when you are old, or you cannot start a business if you don't have any background. So I started my company in the when I was 51 years of age. And yes, I didn't have any money to start the business. I just started it with 30 to 40,000 rupees. So this is the another myth which I have broken. And yeah, there are a few other myths which are broken. So the main reason why I'm sharing this with you is we can actually create our own destiny. We can actually create whatever we want to by our own will and by our own subconscious mind. This is the power of a human being. We have all the resources. So as we go along, we will see all that. Okay. So with that brief background, this is my email ID and my mobile number in case if you want to. Okay, so I also have authored one book that is Children Are Valued Treasures. This book is again a collection of stories, and this is basically for children because children, when they're young, 4 to 14 years, that is the time their conscious mind, subconscious mind starts developing, and their creative side is actually there. But what actually happens is when the child is growing up and he's going to the school, the only thing what he is taught is to study, get the marks, and get good percentage. We are suppressing his creative side. So what I try to do is I have collected few stories, and each story has each story actually compels the child to think as to what would be the moral of the story. So with this, actually, his creative mind is getting activated, and also this collection also contains stories for the parents, so that parents can sit and tell the stories to the children and then make them understand. Because these days, parents hardly get any time to be there with the children and tell them stories, because those were the old days which when we used to do that, but that is so very important. So this is a small collection of stories, not a very thick book. It's a collection of around 21 to 22 stories, and each story carries this thing. I request you all to just buy it. It's available on Amazon, and this here is the link, and actually my team can actually share the link also. So I am also coming up with another book, and this is my upcoming book, and this is my whole journey of my life, Marathon, the Crucial Lab. I have given the whole life as a marathon, and the final years, 40 plus years before the retirement, is the final lap of marathon, where we actually have to make it gorgeous. So today's talk is also all about that, the final lap, that is 40 plus or 50 plus. When we should be healthy, we should be enjoying life. We generally actually eat medicines as our food. And you see, most of the people, I'm not generalizing it, most of the people at 60 or 70, they have a small box with them carrying all the medicines, BP medicine, sugar medicine, this and that, and they keep eating that. So that we should avoid, because 50 plus age is the age when we should enjoy all the earnings what we have made throughout our life. And this is not the age to eat the medicines and live our life. Okay, so this is my second book which is coming up. Well, let's understand what are the facts of life. Everybody knows, even a child knows that sun rises from the east and sets in the west. This is a universal truth, right? This is a fact of life. And also, all have to age one day. When we are born and when we grow old, we have to age one day. We will become old one day. That is also a universal truth. The third is death is inevitable. Well, once we are born, we have to die one day. But the question here rises is when we are on the deathbed, when we look back, we should not repent saying that I have not done this, I could have done that better. We should actually leave a legacy behind and then die, because once we go out of this world, we should do something wherein actually people should say, yes, this person has done something for the society. So, while the death is inevitable, and we as a human being, we have so much of power that we should do something, leave a legacy behind. And the next is age progresses, body weakens. And that is again a truth. Like if you buy a new car, in the initial days when you're running it, it's so smooth. All the parts are working very fine. You will not hear a particular sound also. But as the car becomes old, if you don't do a proper servicing of the car, maybe after 5 to 6 or 10 years, all the parts become loose and they start making sound. But at the same time, when you do a servicing of this car properly, then yes, this aging will reduce. And once we relate this to our own human being, our own body, we also become weak. But if we do the servicing of our body, and when I talk about servicing, it's both mental and physical servicing. When we do look after our body, both mentally and physically, we can always reduce the aging and we can be fit. And the last one is life can never be smooth always. Life always throws challenges at us. And if you look back and see that the number of challenges you faced, life will be all about ups and downs. And we as a human being have to face these challenges. And only those who face these challenges head on and overcome those challenges are the people who are very successful and, yes, of course, happy. So these are the few facts of life. And of course, this is also very important for all those who are married. Your only companion in your life is your partner, life partner, maybe your wife or a husband. Because as we grow old, your children will go away for their own or jobs or something like that. Your parents will no more be there, and the only person you will have is your life partner. So this is also a fact of life. Now there are few more facts, and now if you see there is a picture by the side, and for those people who are not from India, he is an Indian famous Bollywood actor, Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, and his age is 54. The figure which is there is his age 54, and you will keep seeing these pictures and the age below. Well, the few more facts: you are what you think you are. Just go back your memory lane, maybe 5 years back, 5 years back, and try to recollect as to what you have thought. And I can challenge you that whatever you have thought on that day, 5 years or 4 years back, you are exactly the same you are today. If you thought that I will be wealthy, I'll be rich, I'll be having a very good health, you will be having a good health today. You will be wealthy today. But if you have thought that yes, I cannot make money, I am from a middle class family, I cannot get a good job, you are exactly the same. So whatever you think today, you will be the same maybe 2 to 3 years down the line ahead of it. So what I mean to say is, whatever we think we are, we will be that. And this is a fact, and very few of us actually know this. The other thing is, your brain works exactly the way you want it to brain, you train it. And unfortunately, what happens, we don't know how to train our brain. And right from our childhood, we have been training our brain in a wrong way. We have been filling our brain with limiting beliefs. Even for our kids, we keep telling them, don't do this, don't do that, you cannot become big, you don't dream big. All these things are a limiting beliefs what we are putting into our subconscious mind of our children, of ourselves. We also think that at the age of 50, diseases are inevitable. These are all the way we are training our brain. So naturally, the way we will train our brain, the brain will work like that. So we should know how to train our brain. And you also can retrain your brain. If you think that, yeah, I'm already 50 or I'm already 55, I cannot train my brain and I cannot be healthy now, that is a myth. You can always retrain your brain. And today I'm going to tell you how to retrain your brain and how easy it is to retrain your brain. You can create your own destiny. Yeah, this is a truth. You can create your, people say that he was very, very lucky to have achieved that particular thing. But no, he is not lucky because he has worked hard, he has dreamt about it, and he has created his destiny. We just understand, we just see the end results. But this is also a fact that if you visualize and if you affirm and if you are very, very confident that you have to achieve something, you can actually achieve that. You can create your own destiny. And this is again very powerful. You can dream big and achieve whatever you can dream. And this is a truth. You can, and we as parents, we generally restrict our children or our grandchildren, not allowing them to dream big, not working on their passion. And that's the reason we are actually putting the limiting beliefs into them. So always, I always encourage the students to dream big, and they should dream so big that when they go and tell that this is my dream, out of 10 people, 8 people, they'll, if they tell them that you are a fool, so then he is in the right path. So you should always dream big because you as a human being, we as a human being, we have all the resources within us and we can achieve whatever we want. That is the power of a human being. Okay, so this is true. If you think you can, you can. What I mean to say is, in your mind, if you think that, yes, you can, you can. But the reverse is also true. If you think you can't, then you can't. So it's all depends upon you, whether what you think, the way you think, you will be. If you think that after 60, I cannot be healthy, after 60, I cannot enjoy my life, after 70, diseases are inevitable, then the same thing will happen. So, my suggestion, my proposal, my strong recommendation to all of you who are here is, so why not? Let's think, yes, we can. And if we think that we can, yes, we will be the same. And it's easy, right? So with that as the prelude, with that as the basic, I think that today we all, by the time this particular webinar, this masterclass will be over, we all should think that yes, we can. And let's fix up our goal. Let's dream how to want, where all you want to go after retirement, how healthy you want to be, how fit you want to be, and see 3 years, 2 years, 1 year down the line, you will be the same. Okay, so can anybody give a caption for this? Some caption. This is what? This is somebody, and this is a thing which is normal nowadays. People carry stress, anxiety, emotions, unhappiness, and they carry it in their mind. These are the things which are not tangible, which cannot be seen. But then these emotions, this stress and anxiety, when they are carried for a longer time, they are the cause for diseases. And this is, of course, manageable as of now. And what is this? This becomes slightly unmanageable because the amount of emotion, the stress and anxiety has become so much that a human being is not able to manage it. Can anybody give a caption for this? Anyway, I have already disclosed this. This is the situation, and it's very, very difficult to manage. He's just pulling up his life. And now, what is this? People who are plus 50, 50, 60s, this poor old man is actually carrying his with 4 legs, and we don't know. He might be having few age diseases, and he's very, very difficult. It's very difficult for him to move along. And you can see the man on the side, Amitabh Bachchan, the famous actor. He's 78. He's still fit. Can you compare these two figures? Well, let me take you to the life journey of life, our life journey. And I'm just broadly going to tell you. When you're 10 years old, you are fit, you're not bothered, and things go as you wish. And as the age progresses, when you're 30 years old, there are the emotions which keep coming to you, and you have all these things carry. You have fears. A few years into the service, you might have just got married, and if you're smart enough, you must have taken 1 or 2 loans, and the EMIs will start coming to you. And there might be relationship challenges because you are married, you have in-laws, you have your wife and everybody. So you will have these challenges, and these 30 years of age is actually your stress starts building up. But then at 30 years, our body is very strong, our metabolism is very strong, so we are able to withstand those stresses. But as we go to 40 years, this actually increases now. You have, when you are in a job, you have a bigger, you have a stress from your job, you have the tensions, you have the stress, anxiety, and everything, obesity also, because you have varied types of problems. You have relationship problems, you have the tension from your job, you have health issues. So at the age of 40, these actually keep increasing, and you are at a different level, and you are carrying, mind you, from 30 years to 40 years, you are carrying all those emotions with you at the back of your mind. And these emotions, which are there in the form of stress, anxiety, they are unresolved, and they are continuously with you, but you're not able to see them. Okay. So when you reach 50 years, you get so many gifts with you. You might get a gift like stress, you might gift like a gift like diabetes, you might even get a gift like heart problem, sugar problem, BP, and all those things. And now, each one of you, when you relate yourself to this life journey, I am sure most of you will be able to relate it right from 30, 40, and 50 years. Those who are above 50 years, they can actually relate it to what they have gone through. And then at 50 plus years, when you are actually supposed to enjoy your life, because till 45, 50 years, you are actually struggling hard to gather money, earn money for you, for your family, so that after 50 years, you're going to enjoy. But tell me, after 50 years, when you have all these gifts with you, will you able to enjoy your money? No. So my whole concern is only for those people who are at 50 or 50 plus. They should actually enjoy life. They should have a happy life and a healthy life, and with absolutely no diseases. And this is quite possible. So I thought, I'll just show you this life journey and try to relate your journey till now, whether you're at a 40, 30, or 50 years. This will exactly be the same. With that, what we want from life, we just want to lead a happy life. And I think that is the reason why we have worked hard, so to earn money and then lead a happy life. And we should have a disease-free life. What is the use of having diseases and we cannot eat something, we cannot enjoy our life with those diseases? So we should have a disease-free life. And we feel to be 20s when in 50s. Yeah, I think it's too much, but then yeah, we can feel that we are in 30s when we are actually in 50s, and that is possible, quite possible. So, with that as a background, uh, let me come to understand the concept of our mind, how our mind works, because that's very important to understand why we should actually do some mental exercises and how our mind works. I'm going to tell you very, very briefly in a layman's language so that everybody understands. We have two minds. One is the conscious mind, which is 10%, and this mind is actually the mind which has a logical thinking, which analyzes the thing. For example, right now when I'm speaking to you, you are actually looking at me, you are hearing to my voice, and you have started actually knowingly or unknowingly analyzing me. So this is your conscious mind, which is looking at me and hearing to me. It thinks and plans. We also make our plans, right? We make our plans ki yes, when we are 40 years we learn so much of money, or we can plan for a tour or something like that. So these are the things which are done at a conscious level, and the memory here is short term, and it's not a long term memory in the conscious mind. So broadly, conscious mind is logical mind. It thinks and plans, and it have a short memory. Now let us see what is the second part of it. It is the subconscious mind. Now subconscious mind has a long term memory. When I talk about a long term memory, let me give an example. Suppose as a child you have learned how to swim, and after that, for the next 20 years, you have not done any swimming. And after 20 years, you go to a swimming pool and you start swimming. And you will see that you have not forgotten the swimming. You start swimming again after just few practices. That's because when you have learned swimming in your childhood, that particular program has been stored in your subconscious mind somewhere. And after 20 years, when you go back to the water, that particular program gets triggered and you start swimming again. So that is a long-term memory, and that is the memory which a subconscious mind has. It has emotions and feelings. And when I say about emotions and feelings, suppose you have a very, very good memory of some event in your childhood, or maybe at any time. And if you just close your eyes and try to recollect that particular good memory of yours, you can see those pictures, you can have those feelings right now as if it is having, and everything will be as if it is happening right now. And that is because that particular event has been stored in your subconscious mind. And when you recollect that, all that particular programs are, that program is re-triggered, and then you actually feel that. So your subconscious mind is storing those emotions and those feelings also. Third thing is about habit, relationships, patterns, and addictions. Like cigarette smoking or drinking, these are the addictions. And whenever a person who is addicted to this, he sees a person who is addicted to cigarette, the moment he sees a cigarette, that particular program in his subconscious mind gets triggered, and then he automatically goes and starts having that. Now, if you want addiction to be removed, and the reason why he is getting triggered by seeing a cigarette, that has to be removed, that program has to be replaced. Then if that is done, we can actually change his habit or change his addiction, and that can be done through what I am going to tell you now. Involuntary body functions. And when you talk about involuntary body functions, is like we are our heart is continuously beating, our blood is being circulated throughout our body 24 by 7, and these are the functions which are actually continuously happening. These and so many other functions within our body which are continuously happening, but then we actually don't know. We don't know. These are involuntary body functions which are happening in our body, and this is actually controlled by our subconscious mind. Creativity, like I told you, creativity is again when a child is small and you give him some job or some task, he will creatively do that particular task. So when we are a child, when a child is between 4 to 14 years, the creative part of his is at the maximum, and we generally don't use that power of a creativity of a child, unfortunately, in our education system. So that is again a creativity. And of course, the development stages, there are different development stages, right, from childhood to adolescence. And then these are all the changes which are actually happening in our subconscious mind. And then we do that. The final, the seventh one is the spiritual connection, like connecting to our higher self when we are in a, when we are doing a, what you call it, when you're doing meditation or when you are doing some other healing, you actually connect to your higher self, and that is called the spiritual connection. That is the energy. So, so having understood that, let's understand as to how our subconscious mind works. If you see these, our subconscious mind doesn't have a logical thinking. Whatever comes to our subconscious mind, it processes it and gives it out, gives the output. For example, um, if I take an example of a computer, now whenever you give an input to a computer, CPU, central processing unit, from a keyboard, now this particular CPU will process it and give the output. The CPU will never ask the input computer as to why you have given this input. It will just process it. If it is if it gives an if it is proper, then it will give an output. If it is something wrong is given, and it will give a error message, right? So similarly, our subconscious mind doesn't ask for logics. Whatever is given it to the input to it, it will just process it and it will actually give the output. And now you may ask as to, sorry, you may ask as to what is the output of our subconscious mind. Now the way we react to a particular event, the words we speak, our body language, our facial expression, everything is the output of our subconscious mind, right? So right from our childhood, we are actually feeding so many events into our subconscious mind, and these events are being stored in our subconscious mind. Some events are very, very powerful, and some events are not very powerful, and there are so many events which are actually doesn't go to the subconscious mind also. And how the events are stored in our subconscious mind are only by five senses. We can hear, we can see, we can feel, we can taste, and we can smell. Only these are the five senses in which all the programs in our subconscious mind are stored. And that's why I tell, like, parenting is very, very important. Parenting is actually a project for 20 years, because whatever, as parents, whatever we talk, whatever we do, whatever our behavior, our facial expression, non-verbal communication, everything is being stored in the subconscious mind of our child. And when the child becomes 14 to 17 years, his personality is because of the programs what has been stored into the subconscious mind of a child. And who is responsible? We parents, the teachers, and the society is mostly responsible for the personality of a child when he is actually 18 to 19 years. So parenting is very important. So let me give a very, very simple example of how the programs are stored and how the limiting beliefs are stored in our subconscious mind. Suppose there is a child, and this particular child, from the childhood, he has been told that you cannot draw. You are not good at drawing. You are not good at drawing, so you cannot draw. And this particular thing has been told to him by his teachers, by his parents, by his friends, and everybody. Now, what happens is, now in the subconscious mind of this child, this program is stored that I am not good at drawing, I cannot draw. And now, when this child becomes big, and when a paper and a pencil is given to him, and somebody tells him, draw. So that particular program which is there in his subconscious mind, which has been repeatedly told, gets triggered, and his reaction is, no, I cannot draw. Just see the face, he says, I cannot draw. And this is how our limiting beliefs are stored in our subconscious mind. And this is what we are doing to our children. And for, of course, for us also. If we have some limiting belief, it's not that we don't have the power to overcome that. We don't have the power to overdo or face that particular belief. But our belief system has become so strong because repeatedly we have been told that. So the basic aim of this whole thing is that yes, you can come out of that beliefs, you can actually replace those limiting beliefs with powerful beliefs, and then come back to normalcy and be like a lion and a lioness. So if we see, this is our brain. When we are born, it's like a white slate or a white board, and you can write anything on it. And whatever you write on it, it becomes permanent. But as we grow old, it becomes like this. It's full of stress, it's full of emotions, it's full of limiting beliefs, it's full of garbage. And this is the state of the mind when we are growing old from 18 to 20 to 30 years. And it becomes even more jumbled up, more garbled. And what happens? And this is the garbage which we are actually carrying every day. And let me ask you one simple question as to how many of us actually try to clean our mind, remove that garbage, remove that emotions from our mind. Hardly 5%. We never try to clear our mind. We never uh, try to clear the garbage what we are carrying. And imagine this particular clutter, this particular garbage, these particular emotions we are carrying throughout our life. And this is the reason why we actually, the diseases actually overcome us, because when we carry so much of emotions, so much of garbage, our immunity system goes down. And that's the time when the diseases keep coming to us. So it's very, very important to clean our garbage once in a while. And how to do that, I will let you know. So, but at this point in time, you should understand that clearing of our garbage, clearing of this clutter is very, very important. And now just see the fact what happens when your mind is full of garbage. You are somewhere in the here on the top, and you will have all these symptoms of anger, quarrel, fear, sadness, depression, hatred, vengeance, impatience, disconnection, confusion, uncertainty, doubt. And when you meet a person and when you talk to him for 4 to 5 minutes, and if you see any of these with him, you can understand as to what is his state of mind, how much of garbage, how much of emotions, how much of hatred he is carrying, just by the way he talks, his body language, and his facial expressions. But as we come down, you can see love, compassion, forgiveness, connection, understanding, clarity, silence, happiness, everything increases. So, and I would also like to mention here that 85 to 90% of the diseases are psychosomatic diseases. Even cancer is a psychosomatic disease. And if we can somehow clear this garbage, reduce it as much as possible, you can actually be disease free, and you can actually don't have to have any medicines. You can have a healthy and a happy life. So the aim should be to come down as low as possible, remove that garbage, and then lead a happy and a healthy life. So, based on this, I have actually made a framework wherein this is a four-step framework to go from a garbage mind or a confused mind or a mind full of emotions and clutter to a healthy mind. So, if you see these four steps, first is actually you have to know what is the garbage you are carrying. And once you know that, you have to clear that garbage. You have to clean that garbage once in a while. And once you have cleared that garbage, then you should actually put some, just one. Yeah. So you have to put in some positive beliefs, into implant some positive beliefs. And once you implant your positive beliefs into your mind, you have to nurture them. And once you nurture these positive beliefs, you can actually have a healthy and a happy mind, because our mind and our body both are connected. It's very important that you maintain a balance between your mind and your body. If your mind is very healthy And if your body is weak, then again, it will not be a happy life. Or the other way around, if your body is very healthy, but your mind is full of that emotions and clutter and the garbage, you can never have a happy life because you will have diseases. So to have a happy life, you need to have a healthy body and a healthy mind. So this is a four-step framework which I have designed, and I undertake these 4 steps to convert a person from a garbage mind to a healthy and a happy life. Okay, so with that, I just come to the end of the preface. So with this, we'll actually do the exercises now. So these basic compulsory 4 exercises are the one which are very, very important. And when you do these exercises, I can challenge you. When you do these exercises for 20 to 21 days, you can start feeling a change in you. And other part also, I'm going to tell you that these exercises are so very simple that when I tell you that these are exercises you have to do, you may start laughing, okay, how these exercises will work. But believe in me, they are profound. Okay, so let me do this first exercise that is called the Pico Pico, and this is an Hawaiian exercise. And Pico Pico in Hawaiian means center to center. So with this exercise, I'm going to channelize the flow of energy from the top to the bottom. So what you have to do is you just have to sit comfortably. And when I say that you have to take your attention to the top of your head, just take your attention to the top of your head. Top of your head is this. Okay. And when you breathe in, your attention should go to the top of your head. And when you breathe out, it should go to your navel. Okay. So may I request all of you to just sit comfortably. And if possible, feet flat on the ground. And just close your eyes. Just start taking breathing. Just take a breathe in. Slow, steady breathe in, and slow and steady breathe out. Maintain this sequence of breathing in slow and steady and breathing out slow and steady. Breathe in and breathe out. Do it for 4 to 5 times. And now, when your breathing has become normal, just gently take your attention to the top of your head when you breathe in and to your navel when you breathe out. When you breathe in, take your attention to the top of your head, and when you breathe out, through your navel. Maintain this breathing for 4 rounds. Breathe in, top of your head, and breathe out through your navel. Just 2 more times. And you can feel that your breathing has become smooth, and with each successive breath, your breathing has become smoother and smoother. Now, as your breathing becomes smoother and smoother, just imagine that all the tension, stress, and anxiety which is there in your body is melting down like a molten wax. And it's trickling down your forehead, slowly, slowly coming down onto your eyebrows and going drop by drop onto your cheeks. Just feel the tension coming down like a molten wax, coming down your cheeks, slowly, slowly trickling onto your neck and to your shoulder. Your attention should go to your breathing. When you breathe in, top of your head, and when you breathe out, through your navel. Breathe in and breathe out. The tension from your shoulders is now trickling down onto your forehands, slowly, slowly coming down onto your wrists and to your palms, onto your fingers. And from the tip of the fingers, the tension is going out, drop by drop, Your attention should go to your breathing. When you breathe in, top of your head, and when you breathe out, through your navel. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, all the tension, stress, and anxiety which is there on your shoulder is now trickling down your upper back, your chest, your lower back, and your abdomen. You can feel there's so much of tension which has been converted into a wax, and you can feel that wax coming down onto your abdomen and to your thighs. And this is going on to your knees. Feel the wax trickling down to your knees. Take your attention to your breathing. When you breathe in, top of your head. When you breathe out, through your navel. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, the tension from your knees, it's going down. You can feel it's trickling down to your calf muscles, your ankles, your feet. And from the bottom of the feet, it's going out of your body, deep inside the earth, to the center of the earth. Your attention should go to your breathing. When you breathe in, top of your head. When you breathe out, through your navel. Breathe in and breathe out. All the tension in your body is going out from the tip of your fingers and bottom of your feet. And now there is a small change. When you breathe in, your attention should go to the top of your head, and when you breathe out, 6 inches below your feet. Breathe in, top of your head, and when you breathe out, 6 inches below your feet. And now you are experiencing peacefulness and relaxation. Now you are breathing in life energy, which is pure, which is shining, scintillating, transparent, and joyful, and which is full of luck, confidence, enthusiasm, power, satisfaction, blessings, courage, clarity, affection, abundance, good health, success, and lots of wealth. You are experiencing total peacefulness and relaxation right now. Now let this life energy spread to each and every part of your body. Let it go to each and every cell of your body. And you can feel that all the cells in your body are now rejuvenated. They are resonating. And you can feel the tickling on your skin now. Just enjoy this state of total peacefulness and relaxation, and let this life energy spread to all the parts of your body. For the next few seconds, just enjoy this state. Slowly, slowly feel your feet on the ground. Feel your hands on your thighs. Just feel the light around you and feel or hear the sound of the fan in the room. And in your own time, not very fast, not very slow, just come back and open your eyes. Now, can you please, if you're back, can you please put it in the chat box as to how was the experience? Just let me know. Unless there is a response from your end, it's very difficult to understand. Surendra Sethi is telling awesome. Isaac is telling great. I feel great. That's good. That's nice, because when we are doing this, we are actually channelizing the flow of our energy from the top to the bottom to the center. This is basically, when we say pico pico, it's basically center to center. And just imagine that with one small exercises with 5 minutes, if you can have this effect, and when you do it over a period of time, this surely is going to change the way you think, the behavior, the calmness, the peace of mind. Okay, so this is one exercise which you have to do. And the next exercise, what I'm going to tell you is basically called an authority exercise. And this is, in short, I say continue, continue. In this particular exercise, I think, I have this side, just 1 minute. Yeah, so this is the authority exercise. And what here, this particular exercise actually creates peace, harmony, synergy, oneness with the surroundings. So in this exercise, what you have to do is you just have to visualize that you are a king or a queen. You are just dressed up like a king or a queen, and everything around you is your praja, your people, right? And as a king or a queen, you don't disturb anybody, and look at everything and just say continue doing what you're doing. Suppose you are sitting here in a room, look at the fan and just say continue doing what you're doing. Look at the light and say continue doing what you're doing. And look at the table and say continue doing what you're doing. Or in short, what you have to say is just say continue. So look at a particular thing, say continue, then switch over to the next thing and say continue. So this switching should be almost 65 to 70 objects in 1 minute. Yes, you have to do continue for 65 to 70 times in 1 minute, that fast. And one thing you have to pay attention to this is when you're looking at a particular object and saying continue, your whole attention should be there on that. And when you switch to the next one, your attention should go to the next one, and the third one, the fourth, and the fifth. So you are having 100% attention to whatever you are doing and then switching over to the next. So that fast it should be. And it should never be a mechanical thing. You should never think anything at the back of your mind while doing this. Your whole concentration, your whole attention should be on those objects for the next, for the 65 to 70 minutes. So you can start doing this authority exercise for maybe 3 to 4 minutes initially, and later on when you can increase it. And I'll tell you, this exercise looks so simple, so foolish, I can say, but then the effect of this particular exercise is profound, because people who are short tempered, you will see that this exercise will actually calm their temper within 15 to 20 days. Within 15 to 20 days, they can start seeing the change. And this I have seen in so many of my mentees. And yes, this is very, very profound. So this is the next exercise, authority exercise. And the third one is actually appreciate and smile. Like everything is energy here. Everything is energy here in this universe. Even we as a human beings are energy. So whatever we do it, comes back to us. So here, this creates a pleasant personality, and it actually creates a personality which is very, very smiling, right? So what you have to do is you have to look at everything and just appreciate it and have a smile on your face. For example, what I do is, suppose you are coming out from outside, you're coming into your house, just go into your living room and look at each and everything and just appreciate that particular thing. Like the sofa set, just appreciate the sofa set, have a smile, with a smile on your face. Look at the wall hangings, appreciate that, have a smile on your face. Look at the TV, appreciate that and have a smile on your face. And this you do, go into your kitchen, go into your bedroom, go into your living room, everywhere, just look at everything and just appreciate it and have a smile on your face. So the effect here is when you do this for 21 days, how it works is, like, it has been psychologically proven that through research, that whenever you do a particular thing for 21 days continuously, it becomes an habit for you. And when you do this appreciate and smile for 21 days continuously, it's actually becomes an habit, and you actually start appreciating people and look and smiling at them. And when you appreciate somebody and smile at them, naturally the response, they cannot give it back to you when you smile at them. So this actually, your behavior changes with this appreciate and smile. So this again, you don't have to do in a particular time. You don't have to do in the morning, or you don't have to do anytime whenever you get free. or whenever you see anything, just appreciate and smile. So this is again one particular exercise where you don't have a fixed timing, you can do anytime. Okay, so this is again third exercise. And of course the fourth one, what we call it in India, is a sattvic work. And here what you have to do in a day, any particular one particular work, you have to do it with full attention. Suppose when you get up in the morning and you are setting your bed, so that setting of the bed, you can do it with full attention, enjoying each and every part of it with care and love. Or when if a lady is there when she's cooking, just enjoy that 15 minutes of cooking, each and everything whatever you do, just enjoy that and appreciate it, and then do the cooking. So that is called a sattvic work. So these are the four exercises which are mandatory exercises, which are the basic exercises. And I'm telling you that when you do these four exercises for 1 month, you can see that your clutter, most of the clutter which is there in your mind, which is actually a cause of disease, most of the diseases get cleared. And when you do this continuously, you can actually feel a change in your behavior. You can feel a change in your self image, your self esteem, everything will change. So these are the profound exercises, 5 exercises which I recommend to be done daily for everybody. And once you do these are the basic exercises which can actually clear your mind. Now these are the other exercises which I'm going to tell you now is, these are again breathing exercise, which is if you see, this again is a very good exercise for lymph cells which are there in our cells. And when I say x, 4x and 2x, is the breathing pattern is like this. When you breathe in for a count of 4, suppose when you're breathing in, it is breathing for a count of 4, you have to hold it for 16. 4 into 4, x is suppose 4. So when you breathe in for 4, hold the breath within your body, within your lungs for 16 seconds. And when you breathe out, you have to breathe out for 8 seconds. So 4, 16 and 8, right? So when you breathe in, count of 4, hold it for 16 seconds. And when you breathe out, count of 8. And only thing what you have to remember is when you breathe out, you have to breathe out from your mouth. Okay, so this is again a very good exercise, because when you breathe in, you're breathing in the oxygen. And when you're breathing in the oxygen from our this thing through the blood, it goes to each and every cell. And the cell actually gives the toxins which are there to the lymph cells. And this lymph cell actually carries the toxins and they go out of the body. So what we are actually doing is for 16 seconds, we are holding that oxygen which we have inhaled, and the exchange of toxins takes place. And when you exhale from your mouth, these toxins goes out of our body. And when you do this exercise for maybe 1 month or 2 months, you can actually see there is a glow on your skin, because all the oxygen, and for the old people this is very important, because the oxygen level goes down. And when you are holding the oxygen within our lungs, your that this thing capacity of holding the oxygen increases. And at the same time, you are actually, the toxins which are there in our body are going out of our body. So this breathing exercise is very powerful. So x is suppose 4, then 4x will be 16 and 2x will be 8. So breathe in for the count of 4, hold it for 16 seconds, and breathe out for the count of 8 through your mouth. So this is one exercise which I strongly recommend to be done, and you can do it for 8 to 10 rounds per day. And the second exercise is again mild shield exercise. I don't know how many of you are actually above 50. I really don't know. And yeah, can you put down whoever is there above 50? Because the whole webinar I have designed for people who are above 50. And even if you are not above 50, even if you are in 30s and 40s, doesn't matter. These exercises work for everybody. Okay, so let me tell you what is the mind shield exercise. It's basically a kavach, and this particular exercise creates a positive shield around you, and it doesn't allow the negative thoughts to come. And these days we know that we have so many negative thoughts keep coming continuously to us, and when you do this exercise, it will actually stop the negative thoughts coming to you. Okay, so let's do this exercise. uh, just close your eyes, sit comfortably, just close your eyes, just relax, and just start breathing. Breathe in, top of your head, and once again, like we had done the pico pico exercise, breathe in, top of your head, and when you breathe out through your navel, breathe in and slowly breathe out. Now, just change it. When you breathe in, your attention should go to the top of your head, and when you breathe out, it should go through your nose. Right? Breathe in, top of your head, and breathe out. And when you're breathing out, just imagine that there is a thin membrane which is being formed in front of you, around you. And you can see that this particular membrane is getting filled up with the air which you are breathing out. Now you can see the color of this membrane is very, very light, and it's very, very flexible. Breathe in, top of your head, and breathe out into the balloon or the membrane. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you can see, as you are breathing out the air into this membrane or the balloon, this balloon, the color of the balloon, the color of the membrane becomes darker, and it starts becoming thicker and thicker. And when you put your hand onto the membrane now, it is slightly thick. Once again, breathe in, top of your head, and when you breathe out, breathe into the membrane around you. And you can see that this membrane is becoming stronger, and the color of this membrane is becoming darker and darker. And now, when you put when you now breathe in and breathe out, and as the time passes, you can see that this membrane is become thicker and thicker and stronger. And now you can see the color, it has become very dark. Now this membrane has a peculiar quality. It will not allow the negative thoughts to come near you, and it will of course allow the positive thoughts to come. Now, as you can see that the membrane has become very thick, and it's become like a glass. And when you put your hand onto it, you can hear the sound. This membrane has become very, very dark, and it's like a glass now. And now, when a negative thought starts coming towards you, this membrane will stop that negative thought. And it's like an arrow. The arrow will be broken and thrown back. And you can see the tuck sound. Each time a negative thought comes, it hits that glass membrane and it breaks. And you can see the number of sounds you are getting. There's so many negative thoughts, and each of the negative thoughts are actually hitting that glass and it's going out. You are now free of all the negative thoughts, and only the positive thoughts are allowed to come through this membrane. You are feeling so good and so positive. And the negative thoughts which are there in your body, in your mind, are going and hitting that membrane and getting destroyed. So, as the time passes, you can see the sounds getting reduced. The number of negative thoughts which are coming are reduced, and they are just hitting the membrane and getting destroyed. And only the positive thoughts are coming inside and filling your body. Just feel how light your mind is, because all the negative thoughts are gone and no negative thoughts can come to you now. Now increase the size of this membrane. Increase it as much as possible. And now bring in your loved ones to your children, your mother, your father. Bring them into this particular membrane. And let them have also the positive thoughts. Let all the negative thoughts which are coming to them get destroyed. Increase the size of the membrane. Now you have everybody in that membrane, your loved ones, your wife, your children, and your mother and father, your parents. And you can see the huge loud of sound which is coming, because all the negative thoughts which are coming to all of them are getting destroyed. And slowly, the intensity of this sound, the number of hits get reduced, and also the sounds get reduced. Now you're feeling so good, so relaxed, and no positive negative thoughts can come to you now, because this membrane you're going to carry along with you throughout. Carry those membrane, carry those positive thoughts with you with no negative thoughts, and let this membrane be a part of your body, and you carry it along wherever you go. And rest assured that no negative thoughts can come into you, can penetrate this particular membrane. It is very strong and it's very, very thick. So, with those feelings of joy, with those feelings of peacefulness, just slowly come back and open your eyes. Okay, so this is a shield, mind shield, which you are carrying along with you. And when you carry this, when you do this exercise for 15 to 20 days, or maybe continue doing this, and rest assured that you will not have any negative thoughts. Any negative thought which is coming will actually get destroyed, and you will have a positive thought. And when you once you have a positive thought, your whole personality will change. Okay, so can you put it in the chat box as to how this experience was? How was the exercise? How was it? The mind shield, the coverage exercise. Until unless I get a feedback, I will not get the motivation to talk. Okay, Raghuveer is asking, kindly have your views whether you have emphasis to physical exercise or mind management. It's very important to have a balance between the two. You have to have the physical exercise, you have to have the mental exercise, but unfortunately what happens is most of us, we don't pay, most of us, 85% of us don't pay on the mind management part of it. We generally pay on the physical part of it. So yeah, when we are young, when we are 30s and 40s, this physical exercise can work, but the mind management, when it is not done over a period of maybe two decades or 3 decades, the effect of this will start showing up after 50 years. And that's what exactly is happening now. Okay. Arun is telling feeling confident. Dr. Deepa is telling wonderful. Share the video too. I will surely do that. And Surender is telling, kindly explain it possible. You can ping me in case if you want to have one-to-one session. Dr. Anupreet is telling speechless. Great. So nice comments. Yeah, I'm sure you must be feeling good, feeling relieved after these two exercises. And we're going to do two more exercises, and they will be more powerful. And yeah, so the next exercise is visualization. Like what you think you are. If you think you can, you can. So this is going to be applicable through this visualization exercise, and this is very, very powerful. So let me do this exercise. So may I request all of you to just, I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to visualize your future as on December 2021 and December 2025, 5 years down the line, not ahead of that. Okay, for this particular thing, I will do it for December 2025 only. And just if you are in a profession, just imagine where you want to be, and just don't have restrictions on your dreams. Like 2025, if you're earning 1 lakh of rupees today, 2025 you can think of 10 lakh. If you are at 50 and you are having diseases now, or I'm sorry, diseases in the sense some ailments, you can imagine the 2025 you are looking 20 years young, and you are perfectly, there is absolutely no disease. That's quite possible. So it's up to you. So just think about your personal life, your professional life, your health, and your relationships. Let's do this exercise fast. Okay. So just sit down comfortably, and you are sitting on an imaginary timeline. And today is 19th of March 2021, and in front of you is a imaginary highway, 8-lane highway, And at a distance, you can see this thing, milestone, which is yellow in color, and on that it is written 31st of December 2021 with blue letters. And at a farther distance, you can see another milestone, again yellow in color, and on that it is in 31st of December 2025. Now, just visualize that you are going and standing beside the first milestone, that is 31st of December 2021. Just visualize yourself on 31st of December 2021. See your health, how healthy you are, how fit you are. See yourself in the mirror. You're physically so fit, mentally so strong, so energetic. Just look at your figure, your this thing. Look at your relationships in 2000, December 2021. They have transformed. They have become so beautiful. You have a beautiful relationship with your family, with socially with your neighbors, professionally at your office, and all the relationships are so good. Just imagine and visualize that you have a positive aura around you and you are attracting people and your relations are becoming beautiful. Now look at your financial position in December 2021. Money is actually coming into your bank account through proper channels, and you are financially very, very stable and quite satisfied. See how you will be when your financial status is so good, you are earning the money what you want. Just look at, okay, see how happy you are. And maybe in December 2021, you would like to have your house renovated, or maybe you would like to buy one house. I don't know. So just look at that house. If you want to buy one house, maybe your dream house. Just look at the house from the exterior, from the elevation. See the color of the house. If you want, you can just go into the house, go into the drawing room, see the layout of the drawing room, the sofa set, the center table, the walls, the color of the wall hangings, the paintings. Everything is meticulously as you dreamt of. This is your dream house. Now just go into your bedroom, see the bed, the color of the bedroom, the walls, the wardrobe, the dressing table. Everything is exactly the way. You're feeling so good, so happy. You are in your dream house. Enjoy the tour of your dream house, spend some time there, and then just come out of the dream house feeling happy, feeling joyful. Remember, you are on 31st of December 2021. You are financially independent, you are professionally good, socially, you are very active, health wise, you are so fit and energetic. You are actually reversing your age. Feeling happy, feeling very joyful. Now, just with those feelings, just go to the second milestone, that is 31st of December 2025.
So feeling happy is enough to make you healthy.
See yourself in December 2025. See how healthy you are, how fit you are. See yourself in the mirror. You are so energetic, so happy. You are actually disease free in December 2025. You are reversing your age. Just imagine you are 20 years less than the age you are. See your relationships. Professionally, maybe if you are a businessman, you are doing business, just see how much of business you have. Maybe in the morning you are having a breakfast in a five-star hotel in a business meeting, and in the lunch you are having another business meeting with your business partners. See the crowd with which you have a network with. They are the elite people of your town. And see yourself the way you are dressed up in your business formals. You are so confident, so happy, so energetic. And this is the life you wanted to lead, and you are doing that. You are working on your passion, you are enjoying your day to day life. Maybe in December 2025, you want to have a dream car. I don't know what is the car. Might be in a Porsche or BMW. What is the color of the car you want? Is it red or is it black? Just go and just touch the car, feel the texture of the car, and if you want to, Just go inside the car and sit inside the car. Feel the texture of the seats. Just enjoy. You have your dream car with you. Now, in December 2025, you are financially good. Money is actually pouring into your bank account. Your relationship is good. You are physically fit and energetic. And you are professionally doing very well. And in December 2025, what is that one thing you want to do unique for the society, for the universe? Because universe has given you so much. Maybe you'd like to go to an old age home, donate some money. You would like to go to an orphanage and spend some time with the kids there. I don't know. But you have to do one thing unique in December 2025. What is that one thing you want to do? Just see yourself going to an orphanage, giving a check, writing the check and signing below it. Remember, you are on 31st of December 2025. You have achieved all your goals. You're financially good, you're physically fit, mentally very strong, and your business is doing very well. You are passionate about what you are doing. Everything is going the way you want. And now, with those feelings, just come back to 19th of March 2021 and standing here, just look at the highway in front of you. And you can clearly see two milestones. The first milestone, 31st of December 2025, and the second milestone, 31st of December 2021, and the second milestone, December 2025. And the highway in front of you is brightly lit up now, yellow in color, a golden yellow in color. It's full of energy. And you can see the whole highway, it's extending beyond December 2025. And this is your future. See those pictures of yourself in December 2021 and December 2025. See those pictures, make those pictures bigger, brighter, and bolder. Have those feelings within you now. And then, with those feelings, with the feelings of happiness, joy, and success, standing here on 19th of March 2021, slowly come back and open your eyes. Okay, so just put it in the chat box. How was this visualization exercise? Life is so very simple. You start doing these visualization exercises, see yourself in December 2021 or December 2000, what you want to become, whatever, however big that may be, and you will be exactly the same what you have visualized today. And that is the secret of life. That is the secret. And we generally don't do that. These small things in our life, which will actually transform our life, we generally neglect it. We are so busy with our day-to-day activities, day-to-day, what I call it, it's day-to-day activities that we generally neglect. We don't take care of ourselves. We don't challenge ourselves. We don't use the resources what we have within us. And whereas we can do wonders when we do these small exercises. None of these exercises are great. They are very, very simple exercises. But we generally don't do that. Okay, so this is the visualization exercise. Yeah. Sajad is telling that motivated to achieve my goal. Yes, you can achieve your goal. Ria is telling felt like all dreams are achieved. And there are few many good, these words itself actually gives us confidence, right? These are the positive words. When we repeat these words, that itself actually brings in a change in our mindset. Feeling confident, feeling positive. Okay, great. So this is the visualization exercise, and I think I am crossed the time, 9:30. And just put it in the chat box. I have one more exercise to do, 15 more minutes. But shall I do that or shall I conclude? Because I'm going to share the presentation in any case. So I think because I have 10 more minutes of slides to do, so we will skip this garden exercise because it will take 15 to 20 minutes. But then this garden exercise is also very, very powerful. I thought of doing it for 1 hour, but it has become 1 hour 20 minutes. So I'm going to skip this garden exercise. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, we can always do one-to-one. Yes? Okay. So this garden exercise is also a sort of guided meditation. But here what we do is I take you to a garden and I bring you all, I energize all the five senses of yours. And then we go into the garden, just move around the garden, enjoy the garden. And this is such a beautiful exercise, and it basically changes the representation in our subconscious mind. And once the representation in our subconscious mind changes, the things start happening. Okay, so I'm just skipping this particular garden exercise for now. Okay, so I have to, all these things are basically nothing but NLP and HUNA techniques. And these are the way of life. They are very, very simple techniques. How they work, I'll just briefly tell you. Mm, why NLP or why HUNA? Because these are a permanent solutions. There is like if you take a medicine for a particular disease, they will actually suppress that disease for some time and it might reoccur again. But here, when you do an NLP for a particular thing, it's a permanent solution. It takes the disease from the roots. It's a permanent solution. And as I told you, 85 to 90% of our diseases are psychosomatic diseases. All are related to mind. And that's basically because we carry these emotions, we carry these garbage right from our childhood, 20 to 20 years to 30, 40, 50 years, and they keep accumulating. And we are carrying that garbage as a baggage with us throughout. We are carrying that as a baggage throughout us. So once we have to get rid of these diseases, means we have to get rid of that baggage, that particular this thing which is there. Okay. Now there are absolutely no side effects whatsoever. If a particular technique is working on you, it will work perfectly. If it doesn't work, it will not have an effect. We have to find some other technique to resolve that issue. And the solutions are quick. These solutions are very, very quick, and there are few phobias which can be actually taken out in few minutes. Like I tell you, one of my client was having a problem. Like the client was very, very fond of having a powder. Every time she wants to have a powder in her hand, some sort of powder, any powder, she wants to have a powder in her hand and she wants to rub it. And this she was not able to give it up, and she was very, very, actually she didn't know as to what was happening and why that particular this thing was there. So but then we did an exercise for 15 to 20 minutes, and this particular thing has gone completely within just 10 to 15 minutes, just one or two rounds. So that powerful these exercises are. The solutions are very, very quick in few of the cases. In few of the cases, maybe we have to have one or two sessions, and they are proven and tested techniques. When I'm telling that they are proven and proven and tested means yes, I tested them on myself. It has worked for me. I have tested on so many students, and then once they are, since they are coming here with us, they are all proven. Why NLP? Because NLP sharpens your memory. It removes the phobias permanently, like I told you once. And it removes the garbage. Like remove the garbage is very, very important. So it removes the garbage. It's like this, very simple. Like if you have a barren piece of land and it's full of weeds, and if you want to have some cultivation there on that barren field of land with full of weeds, it's very difficult, right? You cannot nurture the plant when you put the seeds into it. But if the same piece of land, if you take out the weeds and cultivate that and put some seeds into it, you can nurture them very good. Similarly, in our brain also, if you take out the garbage and then put some positive beliefs into it, start nurturing those beliefs and just see how the changes happen, how the magic happens, right? So we have to remove the garbage, make our mind think positively. Our human mind is by default negative. By default, it always thinks negative. But by doing these NLP exercises, it becomes by default positive. Anything which will come, you say, yes, I can do it. Let this come. Any challenge which comes, yes, let me try, I can do it. That's the attitude it changes when you do NLP regularly. And makes us achieve our goals. Yes, we set our goals and we can achieve our goals. And this we have done practically. Okay. So The most important thing is removes depression, anxiety, unexplained behavior, relationship, addictions, and many, many more. All the psychosomatic diseases can be taken out using NLP and Guna exercises. You will be a totally changed personality 2.0 of yourself when you do NLP for a month or so. Okay, so before I go into this, let me just stop my screen sharing. Let's hear it from the people who have been there with me, and may I request, ma'am is there, Lalita ma'am, can you please unmute yourself and can you share the experience of a morning ritual? She has been very, very consistent, and you can switch on the video, ma'am, if you don't mind. Yes, ma'am. Not able to hear you, ma'am. Audio is not there. No. Not able to hear.
Is it audible now?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Now it's clear.
Better now?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah. Thank you so much first for the presentation. Very nice. Good evening to one and all. This is Lalita Ganesh. I'm a part of Magical Morning with Srinivas sir. This started somewhere in December, and I've been all through from December onwards. The techniques which Srinivas sir follows are very simple, easy, and very good. The visualization technique and the garden meditation, they're all very powerful. Recently, we have also started the self-image and the affirmations, which give a lot of confidence in ourselves. And also, we are able to achieve whatever we have, put it in a goal form in a very easy manner. And each day, it is a kind of a morning ritual. So it is a nice way to start the day. And he guides us, each one of us, in a very easy and nice way. And it is a kind of discipline which we all can get it after joining this. And also the physical exercises which are being done, they bring positivity as well as a lot of energy into ourselves. So once again, thank you so much and gratitude for all the wonderful sessions which you have in the magical morning. Thank you so much. Gratitude.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
I'll just take Anila also. She has been very, very consistent. Anila, can you unmute yourself and just share your experience? Hello, Anila.
Yes.
Are you there? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, able to hear you.
Greetings to one and all, and gratitude to be a part of this group. A regular meditator for about 30 years. I got introduced to NLP and Guna techniques in 2018. Within 1 week of practicing the techniques, I started getting results. A number of times I was doubtful, so I tried testing goal setting for myself. Surprisingly, it worked on me and I got results. Since last 3 months, I am attending Miracle Morning session. Starting the day with gratitude changes everything for me. When we are grateful for things we have in life, we will have more things to be grateful for. That is what gratitude is about. Exercises of any kind or yoga should be a part of life. That is also introduced in the morning session. Affirmations and meditation help to build a positive self-image and get deeply embedded in the mind. Visualization teaches to visualize our dreams and desires. For me, it worked like magic. Since most of my achievements were desires of my childhood, during these last 3 months of Miracle Morning, I have achieved 5 of my very dear dreams. I would like to share one such experience here. During my post-graduation days, I wanted to do a course in guidance and counseling, which I could not do at that time. But after coming to job, I did practice within my regular class hours, which was never appreciated nor noticed. Last week, I was asked if I can take the responsibility of wellness and counselor, and I agreed to it. This is just a dream come true experience for me. I believe that any of our sincere wish, dream, desire will surely come true. Sometimes it takes time, just as in my case, it took a lot of time. If we sincerely wish and work on it, we can achieve it. Attending the session has helped in gaining clarity in my thoughts, thinking, improved self-image, self-awareness, and confidence. It helps us to understand what we want out of life. Thank you for the morning session. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Anila. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so things are very simple. I told you life is very, very simple. It's not that I am doing something great. It's basically attending those 1 hour in the morning, just clearing your garbage. Once, like I told you, if you make a land fertile and if you sow some seeds into it, things are bound to happen. And our mind works exactly like that. We actually complicate our mind, complicate our life, and we don't achieve the things because of our limiting beliefs. So once you have those empowering beliefs, things will automatically happen. So like they have already showed, and plus, as I told you, my mission is to just transform 10,000 lives by December 2021 and to transform 1 lakh lives by December 2025 and make them lead a happy and a healthy life, because life is all about having a happy and a healthy life, because after 55 to 60 years, it's only the health which matters the most, because rest of the things doesn't matter. If you don't have a good health, you can never lead a happy life after 60. So my dream is to make everybody fit after 50, and so that they can enjoy their life in the later half. And all this using these simple NLP tools and techniques for the benefit of the human beings. And of course, see people happy smiling at the age of 50 plus, right? So with that, like I told, Anila has told and Lalita Ma'am also told that I have started this magical mornings with you, and it's basically a journey of transformation of life. What before also I was telling you, like I told you, there's 4 basic exercises which you are supposed to do, and I have been telling people to do these 4 exercises, take one session, do these 4 exercises. So people are not doing these exercises regularly because these exercises are very simple. So they never used to do the exercise this thing regularly. But in spite of that, actually I saw that there were results. Then I thought, why don't I do it on a daily basis? And when I do this on a daily basis, and when people are doing along with me, the results are bound to happen. 100% success would be there. And exactly that's what happened. We started this in 1st of December 2020. And now initially we had almost 35 people, but slowly the people started reducing because consistency is not there. So but then whoever has attended it, they have seen the changes. And what we generally do is on the 1st of every month we set 3 goals, 3 short-term or 2 short-term goals, and 85 to 90% we have achieved those goals. So such powerful this thing is magical morning. And in this, we actually do all this. We start with building our self-image. We have the gratitude exercise. We do a physical exercise for 15 minutes because it's very important to have a balance. And we do the affirmations, meditation, and the visualization exercise. And I'm laying more stress on these other aspects, mental aspects, because 85 to 90% of the people never pay attention to these mental exercises, and they are carrying the garbage right from the childhood. So it's very, very important to clear that garbage. That's the reason why more stress is given on the mental part. Physical part is just 15%. So this is this thing. And yeah, this is a magical morning. One program what I run is Magical Mornings with You. This is a 21-day program. And the other program which I do is Magical Time with NLP and Huna. I generally take 2 sessions. This second one is basically because there are so many people who are not able to attend in the morning because of their other commitment. Like if they're going to school, they cannot attend. If they have their children going to school, they have to have the breakfast and all those things. For them, I have put another session in which I have 2 sessions in a month. But the first part, when we do a magical morning, we are not actually going into a personal problem. These are the problems, these things which we take out the general garbage, but people have specific problems with them for which we have to have a different exercises. So that is again a reason why I have this second program called NLP and Huna, wherein I take 2 sessions. But then yes, let me tell your investment for this, and your investment is rupees 15. Now you must be wondering, what is this rupees 15 for? Like if somebody takes rupees 15 for life transformation journey, when you're transforming your life to personality 2.0, don't worry, I'm not going to charge anything now. This is just to give an example, because I said like if you see an investment, it's just 15% of cash and 85% of time. Suppose you are you are investing on a mutual fund. When you invest in a mutual fund, 85% of the time before you buy the mutual fund, you do the reading, you study the market, and even after investing, you keep studying the market, how it is fluctuating, how your funds are doing, and all those things. So when you see an investment, it's 85% of the time you waste, and whatever amount you have invested is just 15%. So the cash what you invest doesn't matter actually. The time how much you invest matters the most, and that is true for your life also. So if we take out the cash part of it, and let me tell you also, in our life, when we do an investment, we do so much of investment for our material things, for everybody, for our family and all those things. But ask yourself sincerely, how much of investment you have done for your own betterment, for your own life. We generally don't do it. Anyway, that is a different part. But then, yeah, investment is all about 85% of your time. And what I need is your time. If you can give me 85% of your time as an investment, I can assure you that your life will be transformed. Yes, consistency and commitment are the 2 things which are so very important. And if you can have that, yes, your life can transform. So not only that, I can give you bonus also. Like I told you, when you do a magical morning, it's a general session wherein we actually clear a garbage. But when you do it for 1 month, I can actually give a one-to-one counseling wherein we can actually talk to your personal problems, maybe those issues which are not being resolved. We can actually have one-to-one counseling and have some techniques to resolve those issues also. And of course, you can also have my free ebook free. You can actually give it to yourself. These are the 2 bonuses which I said I should give, because this is a special session which I have designed for people who are 50 plus. And yes, you can create your own destiny. You can be healthy and happy, and by recharging your subconscious mind using the simple techniques of NLP and Huna. With that, I just come to the end of this thing, and I'm open for queries, and I request all of you to kindly fill the feedback form which is there in the chat box. My team, can you please share the link? So yeah, while I'm just, yeah, the link is there. You can kindly fill up the feedback form. This is very important. And yeah, while you're filling up the feedback, this thing, I'm open for queries. In case you have some doubt, you can always ask me. I'm open, and you can switch on your cameras if you wish to. All of you are looking at my face, but I'm not able to look anybody's face. Yeah, any questions, please, you can ask.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Raghveer.
It was a very motivational speech,
Thank you so much.
and from your personality, I can make out that your selfless thoughts have made you, I must say, that ageless body and a timeless brain.
Oh my God.
So,
Two
and
great
this thing
words.
is possible only when you have such selfless thoughts working for the community.
Oh,
So I'm
thanks.
glad that I also hail from Bilaspur, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see many more names here.
Thank you.
So
Thank
hi
you.
to everyone. I am Bala's brother, younger brother. I hope everyone will make out. Since my name is Raghu, it's written Raghuveer Natarajan, so probably most of them might have not recognized.
Yeah.
So it was very wonderful speech.
Thank you. Thanks,
Very
Raghu.
much. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions? And I hope you are filling up the feedback form. Okay. You can put it in the chat box also. How was the session? How did you like? What major one thing which is the takeaway for the session? Great, Surinder. Thank you very much for filling the form. Healthy lifestyle. Yeah, that is true. Healthy lifestyle is one which everybody wants. Isaac, how was it? You liked it?
When we are going to start this program, from which date?
It's actually ongoing. We have been doing it continuously, this thing. But yeah, if you want to have clear cut this thing, you can join in the first week of April, because
Okay.
we have been doing it continuously every day.
So how much to pay?
Sorry,
How much money to pay?
I showed you now.
What?
I'm not going to charge for this particular webinar. Whoever is attending this webinar, I'm not charging.
Your greatness. I will, because I'm already in this wellness industry.
Okay.
I am actually in Delhi. I got many hospitals. I am helping the people. I
Great.
have organized more than 1,000 free health checkup camp,
Oh,
and
great.
I'm helping still right now the people who comes to me, call them me. I give them some solution also,
Good.
and I provide a free consultation to all of them in the
Great.
hospitals.
Giving
Free
back,
consultation.
giving back to the society. That's great.
Yeah, I'm doing, but this session was good. I have
Thank
got
you.
some good idea, but I will help you, no doubt, me also.
Sure.
I will
sure.
also ask my other friends to be join this program also.
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Sunil.
But really, you are doing good service for the women community.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
I must say that you must long live, be healthy, be wealthy. As you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
making people, you should be also there.
Yes, yes, yes. That's God.
Really, the people who like you are there, but they are rare.
Oh my God. Two big words for me, actually. Thanks a lot.
But you are one of them.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. So nice.
You are awesome.
Oh my God. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you very
I have
much.
got your number. I think I have taken your number. I will talk to you
Sure,
somewhere
sure.
whenever you have due
Anytime.
permission.
Yeah,
Due
most
permission.
welcome, most welcome. I'll be honored.
Really something you are giving to the nation. You are giving to the people just time, because time is the only thing
Yeah,
which we have got for our life, and
Yes.
time is very precious than even money.
absolutely. No doubt
If
on
somebody gives the time from his life which God has given to us, that is our property. If we
Yeah.
give that time, that is one of the main thing which we are giving.
it. Absolutely.
Time given more than given the money. As you have given that time today,
Yeah.
really we are thankful to you. You have given the crores of rupees to us.
Oh my God.
I tell you.
Yeah, I earned so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Same
Thanks
happening
a
with
lot.
me. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I think people have filled up the forms. So let's call it a day. I'm so sorry that I've taken 50 minutes more. I wanted to complete it by 9:15. but yeah, it went on. And thank you very much. 18 people are still there. Thank you very much, everybody, to be there, being there, and patiently listening to my voice and looking at me, looking at my face. And I hope I did some value addition to your lives. And yeah, I've learned something good. And yeah, my numbers are there, so anybody can contact me anytime. My YouTube channel and my Facebook is always there. And of course, my number and WhatsApp numbers are there. So once again, my gratitude to all of you for being here and supporting me and motivating me to deliver this particular talk. And yeah, we'll keep meeting. Dr. Anupreet is telling something. Second sessions. Okay. Second session at what time? I'm not decided, Dr. Anupreet. I'll let you know. Not decided. Okay. Thanks, Ajaz. Salute for motivation, Guru. Oh my God. Too big a word. Okay. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Be healthy. Yeah. Till we meet next time with some new topic and a new this thing. Take care of yourself and always be smiling and enjoy your life. Jai Hind.